Testing. Mic's working. All right, cool. We're live. What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Morrison, software developer out of Chicago, Illinois. Back to my good old streaming time of Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. because I can't seem to do it on Thursdays. So here we are again. First thing, I guess if you are interested in the type of content I do, of course, feel free to give my channel a subscribe, give this video a like, share it out with your friends. If you all want to get in touch with me, the best places to do it are on Twitter at BrianMM.dev, and then also on my Discord, which you can join by going to fullstack.chat in your browser and scrolling down the bottom, clicking the link. As far as updates going on, you know, just I guess in general with life, this is probably going to be my new streaming time, my new old streaming time again. So keep an eye out, turn the bell on for my channel if you want to see all those streaming updates. The other thing I just wanted to kind of quickly throw out there is, as of today, as of really kind of the last week, but today was the first day we made some real commits to it, is I started an open source community project inside my Discord. The project is going to be building some kind of platform that lets you create dynamic YouTube playlists. So the idea is you can create a playlist and then you can basically set channels to automatically add all of their content to that playlist as it's released. It's going to be fully open source. I'm kind of managing, leading, and also developing on the project. So if you're interested in getting some experience working in just the dev space, working with a team, learn some stuff. We're building it with React. We're going to build it with Netlify almost exclusively. And then there's probably going to be some other infrastructure details we haven't quite worked out, but you know, it's going to be a good project, and I think it's going to be really cool once it's all done. So definitely hop in fullstack.chat, check that out. But yeah, today on this stream, I'm going to explore building a Discord bot in Go. I have built a number of Discord bots over the past couple of years, but they've pretty much all been in JavaScript. I've never actually written anything in a different language, and I've recently picked up Go. So today, I'm going to more or less try and build something in Go. I have nothing set up for it so far, so this is going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get to it. Why not? All right, so the first thing, I know the first step because I've done this, is I have a number of applications, as you can see on screen. If you go to discord.com/developer/applications, you can get to this view, which is where you want to create your applications for the first time. Every bot has to have an application associated with it. And for instance, I'm going to go in fsc.bot.test, which is one of the bots that I've created as almost like a dummy test account for the fullstack.chat Discord. We go in a bot there. I'm not going to show the token, but this is basically where you would enable the bot, so to speak. So fsc.bot.test. And if I go to discord.com, let's open up Discord in the browser. And I have a special server all the way on the bottom here, FSC Bot Playground. This is kind of where we go in and we play with the bots themselves. So I'm going to piggyback off of the bot that we've created so far, get rid of all this stuff. Discord always bumps me for two-factor, even though I have two-factor turned on. Yeah, so this is kind of the Discord server that we're going to be testing in, and then, I don't know, let's just kind of go for it. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to open VS Code, and we're going to open... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go on my computer and start a new repository altogether. Go to Documents, and I have this repos, let's say, Discord Go bot. And let's open this guy up in VS Code. Okay. All right, so we're up in VS Code. I'm going to open up the terminal, and then we're going to... Let's see. I haven't written a lot in Go recently, so let's see if I can remember some of these commands. Let's say go mod. Is that it? Go mod init. Go mod init. Let's see what we do here. BrianMorrison.me/ I don't know, Discord Go. Why not? Okay, so this created our module. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to start doing some digging and find out how we can start creating one of these things. Get that out of the way. Make a Discord bot in Go. I mean, this is like straight up going to be me derping through everything. I think Discord Go was the one library that I had seen, but I'm seeing two from the same author here, so I'm going to open up both of these. I wonder if one of them has been kind of deprecated. Examples, a starting point creating. Okay, cool. Discord. So this looks like this is just a basic, the basic bot that's been already set up. I'm just going to kind of scan through this code and see what we got going on here. Here's all our dependencies inside of Go. Version is a constant that stores with the Discord version information. Okay, so this is pulling an environment variable DG token. This is this is the same token that you would use for building any kind of bot, including those in JavaScript. Okay, this here is if we're pulling in flags from the command line. That's if you go back to the example, scroll up. Oh, it doesn't show here. There's an example where they show you passing in the token as a command line parameter into running this thing. Let's see, what is session? Session is Discord go.new. Okay, so that's creating the WebSocket connection back into Discord. Where are we setting that token, though? Because usually that's what you got to do. Yeah, I don't see where it's actually using the token. If session.token... Oh, session, it's right here. This is where they're setting it to. Okay, so I kind of see a little bit more what's going on. I skim past through this, but it looks like if the token is not set in the environment variable, then it's going to try and pull it in through the command line argument. We're going to kind of skip a lot of that stuff, and we're just going to kind of paste the token right in. I'll just regenerate it before the night's over, and it'll be good enough. Where does the signal come into play at? Oh, signal looks like it's a library that's come in. Signal.notify. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just build something based off of this and see what happens. So I'll create main.go, and let's install this package here, which is this Discord Go. I'm gonna go ahead and paste. I can't paste it in the chat. Can I paste it here? There we go. I have my laptop off to the side here that's I'm using as a means to communicate with chat, because apparently, even though I am signed in with Streamlabs OBS, it's still, the chat doesn't think I'm signed in for whatever reason. Alright, so I'm going to say go git, paste in github.com/bwmarin/discord go. This is going to go out to Discord and pull down that package and install it. I think it installs it on the system, and then we can reference it inside of our package here, or inside of our application here. So I'm going to say package main and import. You know what I am going to do is I'm going to copy all the different imports that they've got going on here. Let's see what one of these I'm going to need. I know flag I'm not going to need, because flag is used from pulling things from the command line something. From the command line flags, parameters. Parameters is probably the right term for that. All right, so func main is our main entry point function. Let's see, we want to create the session, Discord Go session. And we want to also, what else do we want to do? I guess connect it to Discord. And then finally we're going to exit. And then I want to see if somewhere in here we can say, like, log out messages. Because, like, when you create an application into Discord, what you're doing is you're setting up, like, a constant listener into the server itself, at least for every channel that the bot has access to. So it's constantly just, like, pulling in that information to allow you to parse it and do stuff with it, every single message. So if I could just get that to log out onto the screen, I think that would be a cool starting point for that. I don't see if this version... There's a constant that stores the Discord version information. Okay, so this looks like this is just for logging out. I don't know if this actually has any impact on the bot itself, but let's start implementing some of this stuff at least. So this is our first guy here, where we're creating the Discord session. And why doesn't it like that? Declared but not used. Yeah, that's fine. Let's copy this stuff in. I'm not sure why it is set up as into its own separate function. Flag, we'll bring it in. I'm gonna get rid of all this extra stuff we don't need, and then we'll paste the we'll paste this in here. eventually. We'll paste that token in directly there. So this is actually going to move Discord auth token. So we're going to move this up a little bit and just kind of keep it all with this, keep our application, I guess, set up into different sections or chunks. Var error. Okay, flag parse. I'm not worried about parsing. Where does that init call come into play? I don't even see init here. I might be missing it again. It's right. It's just right there. I'm not sure if Go has. I'm not sure if init is some special function in Go that's triggered somehow. Because I don't see it being put anywhere else. Unless there's something going on inside of here. Let's see, mux. I don't know what mux is. Simple Discord. Package mux provides a simple Discord message route multiplexer. Okay. That sounds cool. I am not fully up and up on what it does or what it means, but it sounds cool. On message create here. Looks like this is something. I wonder if init's in here somewhere. Whoa, that was loud. I apologize if you heard that. I don't know if I have Windows audio. I don't know if I have the actual computer audio routed out. If anything, I got to turn that off. Can I turn it off? Hold on a second. We're gonna take a little detour here. Playback. I can't disable. I guess I would have to do that in the settings before I connect to this box. Oh well. I was going to try and make sure that none of the system sounds came through because they'd all be coming from this VM I'm working off of anyway. Alright, well at least we have something else to go off of, so let's not bother about doing that. Let's go back into main.go and see what we got going on here. So session open. We'll just copy all this stuff, I guess. It's very cool that this guy, or gal, who created this package actually has a nice, what am I trying to say? A nice example here of what's going on. There you go. We're going to put that colon equals to set this to a new found assignment. Right, expected Boolean expression found assignment. Okay, I guess in the example they had this declared up above, and I don't know that it's needed. I find it hard to believe that it's needed. Unless ESLint's just going crazy on me right now. I don't even. I actually come to think of it, I don't know if ESLint's even used in Go. And I don't fully understand the syntax. There's so much about Go that I don't know yet. I guess, you know what? For the sake of it, maybe let's just try and run this thing. I don't know if it's going to do, but go run. Go run main.go. Session.open as value. What do we got going on up here? Is something else that I'm missing here? What does open return? Okay, this returns a new session. Session does not seem to have Go open associated with it. Can I have 12 to this? Go to definition. No definitions found for session. Interesting. I don't quite know what's going on here. Oh, wait. There we go. That's, I think, what I was missing. I missed that I had a double equals there by mistake. Maybe? Or I also have an if statement. Jeez, man. This whole evening coding thing is going to take a little while getting used to again. Okay, so that looks like that's good. Let's try and run this again. Main.go. It's probably going to bomb out because we don't have an actual token. Error connecting to Discord. Authentication failed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to happen. I think I could do vars.go package main const token equals. Let's try. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to go to handling secrets so I possibly can save myself the effort of regenerating this later down the road. Regenerating the client secret. All I'm doing right now is I'm trying to add the client secret to another file that or the bot token rather, into another file, so possibly I can get away with not showing it on screen, but we'll see. Discord token. Okay, that worked. Cool. I like it. All right, so let's go back into coding. So I've got, as you can see on line 17, I've got session.token is equal to Discord token. That's a constant that's defined inside vars.go, which I'm going to do my best to not open on stream. All right, moving on. Let's try and run this again, see if we get any errors. Undefined Discord token. All right, never mind. Don't care. I'm not going to keep banging away at this. Let's just go ahead and put the token up here. And like I said, I will refresh it later when, hopefully if I remember. All right, let's run this one more time. And let's see, make sure we can get no errors. Okay, so it's running. That's good. And if I go into Discord itself, FSC bot is online. Cool. So, I mean, we got, with that little bit of code, granted, I don't fully grasp and understand all of it, it looks like we're back online. We've got, let's see, here's our token that we're signing into our session. This, we're opening the session, and then this is just some generic checking to see if there's an error with the code that was written before. And always update. And then we also have, here's a log message that gets printed out to the screen. This is what we just saw that's saying it was running. sc.equals make. I don't fully know what this means. This is something I'm not up to speed on. Let's see, if we hover over this, notifies the signal package to relay incoming signals to C. Okay. Notify causes package signal to relay incoming signals to C. If no signals are provided, all incoming signals will be relayed to C. I don't know what C means. C is a channel. I don't know what a channel is. That is definitely something I'll have to put on my list to eventually to look into. And this syntax here, I'm not familiar with at all. I have no idea what this means. But the last thing is, like, what I'm guessing is we're kind of blocked here somehow. Like, because I know if you Control C, I think that sends some kind of signal to the application to, like, kill the application. I don't know enough about that really to describe it really well. So perhaps this block of code really is just kind of stopping our application from continuing further until we Control C it and kill it. But yeah, I mean, in any case, it's running. So let's Control C it now. There's no reason we need it there. Now let's take a look and see what we've got going on inside of the rest of this example. I'm going to go to mux.go. Okay, so this here is actually... I'm going to go and look up and see if Go has an init function. Go init function. I don't know if that's a special thing. I'm thinking it probably is. In Go, the init function is incredibly powerful compared with other languages. It's a lot easier to use within. These init functions can be used in a package. No matter how many times the package is imported, the init function will only be called once. That is pretty cool. I do that a lot when I'm writing JavaScript packages. Like here's an example. Like if I'm trying to connect, like I wrote a package that connects to Office 365, and I need to pass in like the client ID, client secret, and some other information in order for it to authenticate. And I do that during the constructor. And one of the things I have to do with some of the actual functions of the class is whenever I hit it, I have to basically check to see if the thing's initialized, and if it is, you ignore it. If it's not, then you know, I have to go through that code to, like, basically get an access token. So this is pretty cool. Okay. So this looks like it's pulling in some stuff with, It's pulling in this mux router of some kind, and I don't fully grasp what this means, but let's just keep on moving. Let's copy this code and run it, or I'm going to bring it in here into our project. So this was called mux.go, I think, and let's just paste this all in here. Reading through the documentation, it says this file adds the Discord message route multiplexer command router. Okay, this not going to be what we're after now, but let's create that folder X. And I want to see, what did we name this file exactly? It was mux.go, and then inside of here we have mux, and then I didn't see help. We didn't look at help earlier. Help function provides a built-in help command that will display a list of all registered routes. This is cool. This is going to act as a really good base for any kind of bots I might want to build in the future. Okay, so let's... What is the package here? Package is mux. Are these both mux? Yeah, they both are. Alright, so again, following along our example, let's go ahead. Can I look at the raw output? Let's copy this and bring it into VS Code, and then we'll look through it little by little. We had a folder in here called mux, and then inside of that folder, we had mux.go again. And we'll paste that in. Let's kind of scan through this and see what we got going on here. Package mux provides a simple Discord message router. Yeah, we saw that. Route holds information about specific message. Context hold a bit of extra data we pass along to route handlers. This way of processing. Some of this only needs to be happen once. A second, I'm gonna grab a drink. I love how that little halo popped through a little bit. Okay. Handler func is the function signature required for a message route handler. Alright. Mux. Mux is the main struct for all mux methods. Return a new Discord message route. Let's finish wiring this up. I don't know if I need help. Do I need help? Detailed help string for this route. Okay, I'm not really worried about that. I guess what we can do is I'm gonna replace this github.com/ I gotta see what my Go module was named. brianmorrison.me/discord go. Let's rename all of this to be like that, and let's see if this pulls it in. Okay, so this we changed the way that main is run. And we pulled session inside of the actual main function here. So we're going to have to move that around a little bit. I'm going to pull back up this reference here and see what this is exactly doing. I have a bad habit of just starting to copy and paste stuff around and having the expectation that something's going to do something the way that I think it's going to be done when it really doesn't. All right, so let's move our session.token code into this init. It's good. I never knew about init. That's pretty cool. And then we can get rid of line 27. Actually, we can get rid of all this stuff because what we've done is above the main.go. I'm guessing this runs all the time when this main.go file is called. We're creating a new instance of the Discord Go session here. Yeah, and that seemed to fix the issue. So what we did to fix this is we moved session outside of the main function and outside and into the top level of the file. And I think that's what lets the other functions see it as being an option we can access. Yeah, Discord Go. Okay, that's fine. I don't see any red squigglies on this. Let's test this out and just kind of see what happens. Actually, I don't know if I have any commands. On message creates. Ignore all messages created by the bot account itself. Create that context struct we can put the information into. Fetch the channel for the message. I'm looking to see if we have anything at all that's going to log out contents of our message to the console, because that's what I'd really like to see. I want to see that this application is going to see the message coming in. Like I trust the code that I'm reading, but I still want to see it. MC.content. What's MC? MC is the message create. And let's hover over that. Let's IntelliSense show us what that does. Is the data for the message create event. Did we do that up here? Is that defined up here? No, so that's got to be built into that Discord Go library. All right, let's try and run this and see what happens. Run main.go. Okay, it's now running. Let's go into our server here and just... this is a test. Nothing happened. Okay. Let's try and modify this command router we've got going on here. See if we can't get... register route, display the melt. No, I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of that. And let's cancel this and run it again. All right, no, I lied. I probably shouldn't have done that already. Let's scroll down a little bit, or let's go in here and let's see. I did see mc.content. Maybe what we can do is we can log .info. I've seen log somewhere. Log.printf. That's what I'm looking for. Log.printf. And let's just mc.content, I suppose. Let's see what that does. All right, Control C this, and let's run it again. Okay, we're running. This is another test. And nothing. Okay, onMessage create is a Discord Go event handler function. This must be registered with Discord Go session.addHandler function. So maybe we're missing that somewhere. Router.onMessage create. Is router being pulled in anywhere? Where is router defined? Router.onMessageCreate is defined here. You know what? Let's go... let's go old school. Log.printf. Hit. Make it super basic. I just want to get something. I don't even care about getting the contents of my message. I just want to see that this is being called. Still nothing. So this, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is being hit. I wonder if this is actually being called somewhere. I'm going to go back to the reference code and see if maybe that init what is it called? Jeez, I can't think or talk today. This is probably why I don't generally like learn stuff on the fly while I'm trying a live stream. I usually have a little bit of a basic idea of what's going on. It's here main.go. Was go initialized somewhere? You know what we can also do inside of, let's go inside of mux.go here and let's find out if this is actually being hit. Log.printf, and we'll say hit from mux.go in it. Good enough. Cancel this. If anyone out there, and I see I got a couple people hanging out here, if anyone out there has ever worked with Go, is there something similar to what's it called, NodeMon for Go, so you don't have to reload your application manually every single time? Yeah, Charles, live learning is more exciting. Exciting, terrifying, take your pick. So this init function's not getting hit. And the question is why? I wonder if I bring this inside main, if it makes a difference. Mux.new. Yeah, no worries. No need to apologize. Not a whole lot's happened, just as a catch-up for people who have joined a few minutes afterwards. All we're doing is we're using this BW Marin, who created the Discord Go library, or at least manages it in his Discord, in his GitHub account. Looks like he has a sample file here, and we are trying to figure out why the hell it's not working. What's up, Diamond? Yes, Go. Go's the best. We love Go now. JavaScript is no longer best friend. New best friend is Go. I love that meme. Session.open. I mean, okay, so it's online, right? And if I kill the bot, does it go offline? So it's like we are actually, yeah, so I killed it and it went offline. So it's definitely online. But why isn't this getting hit? You know what? What's his... Okay, so hold on a second. Going back to this documentation we saw earlier, the init function can be used within a package block regardless of how many times the package is imported. But the package... So our main file is package main. Is mux.go a different package? No, it's not. So... There's two inits. Alright, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to combine these files. And I want to see if it then works. So let's bring var router equals mux.new. So let's bring all of this into main.go. Alright, I'm going to paste this here. We're going to bring our other dependency up inside the imports. I'm contractually, Diamond contractually obligated to say that. For those of you who don't know, Diamond just got a badass new job. So congratulations to him. Give him all the shout out in the world. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and comment that out. That's why that was freaking out. Alright, so now router's in here. And init, what we're very interested in is this session.addHandler. So there is this router.route where we can add the different routes inside there, but I'm not too interested in doing that yet. Session.addHandler. Okay, that's fine. So this should be kind of a generic catch-all thing going on. Let's see if this actually runs. Okay, so it does run. Let's try going into Discord again and post some stuff. There we go. Okay, so we're in business now. So for some reason, that other init function in here wasn't getting hit, which to me kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm by no means an expert in Go. However, but just reading the context of this Go init function, it seems to me that inside of a single package, the init function will only run once, regardless of how many times it's defined. And we kind of saw that same experience because the init function inside of mux.go was not getting hit. However, I suspect that's because the init function inside of main.go was getting called first, therefore the other one was never getting called. My guess. Total guess. But anyway, let's carry on. We have a bot. We're in business. We have the bots up and running. It's pulling in data. Now let's see if we can leverage this other file inside of the multiplexer. I had a hard time saying multiplexer. I had a really hard time saying that. Help function provides built-in help. So this looks like this is actually how the I guess syntax in which you would define a command in here. So inside of our mux folder, let's add a new file and say just help.go. Follow the same convention pretty much that this example has for us. And let's copy pasta this over into our project. Save that. Let's kind of scan through this. I like this view better. I like my VS Code theme. Honestly, it makes it really easy to read stuff. So ctx.is private. If that, then don't worry. I'm not sure what is CP being used for. Command prefix to display. The make built-in function allocates and initialize an object of type slice, map, or channel. Chan is channel, I'm guessing. Total guess. Okay, so this is... Well, no, that's a slice. Routes. Okay, so this is kind of like Diamond. This is very similar to that help function that we have inside of Walter, where it'll scan the existing commands and spit out the list of them or something along those lines. I honestly haven't looked at that in a while. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I save that. I'm going to refresh my app. I need a little side table off to the side here that I can use. Coffee at 9 o'clock at night. Nothing screams worse idea than coffee at 9 o'clock at night. With espresso, I might add. With espresso. Alright, so hardy her, right? I got stuff. But now how does this help command work? Oh, I didn't register it. That's one thing that I know that's going to be an issue. So inside of mux.go, router help. Let's go into here and let's add that. Register routes. I mean, ideally we could, if all of these are built as part of the same module or module, I think, or if we're passing in somehow the parent to the child, we could register all of them inside the files themselves. I don't know. Don't know. Not yet, at least. That's the whole point of doing this, is we go from don't know to know. There's some wisdom for you for the night. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. I now have a stool, so I no longer have to bend down to get my coffee. Because I'm a lazy ass. Alright. Let's see. Where were we? Alright, so I got that in there. So now help should work. I wonder if that means that I could just put help. No? Router.routes. Let's go inside help and see if help actually gets hit. I almost just typed console.log. I almost just did. Printf. And help hit. Some things don't change. You know, like if I was debugging a JavaScript application where I didn't have any good tools, I would console.log the hell out of everything. And just like I'm doing with Go right now. I don't know if there's like an exclamation point or something that needs to be put at the beginning of this. I don't know if there's some kind of default. Help. Okay, so it just logged out the contents of my message itself. It didn't actually run the help command. Let's look at the docs because I don't know what we're gonna come around. I gotta zoom out a little bit. Nothing here. Discord Go example. Discord Go first. Discord. Ooh. Brian's joining a new Discord after this is over. Oh, no, we're not interested in that. That is cool that we can register slash commands from directly within the bot, though. I'm not gonna lie, I do like that. Slash commands were really cool in Slack and Discord. I say recently, although I think it's been a couple of months at this point. They support it now, so I haven't taken the time to really explore it. Life's been nuts lately. I don't know what it was, what's up with that, but There's been so much going on. I have so many things that I'm trying to get done and not enough damn time in the day to get them done. The messages ping, respond with pong. Yeah, I don't see anything in here that seems to indicate that we need any kind of prefix ahead. I mean, technically the prefix thing, I don't want to say, I don't think I came up with it. I think I was inspired by it from somebody to have a universal prefix around it. I think it just feels more like, I don't know. Let's try and move this down. Shit, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, honestly. I would have expected that help would be called. See your hit from mux.go. That was me. Register the built-in help command. Scroll down here a little bit. If CTX is directed, if nat name or nicknames mentions, if the bot was mentioned, what is V? V is a V's user, because why wouldn't a user have a variable name of V? If no command was found, call the default, ignore only if that message is in the middle of the message. Okay, so that's the actual bots. Trim space, we're logging out the content. There's where we're logging stuff out into the actual console. Okay. Fetch via REST API. Add channel info to the context. So we're still building out the context at this point. Does this do anything except for build the context though? Default message mem.default.run. I kind of want to see if there's a way that we can take a look at the contents of that context struct. Fields. Can I just log that out? No, not console.log. Log.printf. CTX. We'll do CTX. And pass in CTX. Oh, can't do single quotes. Gotta use double quotes. Why are you complaining? Print call his argument, but no formatting directives. Well, that might be just be print. Alright. Let's kill the bot, start over. It's now running. So we could say blah. Oh, I'm not even in Discord. Say blah. If R is not equal to nil. So R is what? Is R supposed to be? Oh, let's bring this up into here. Just generally outside of an if function. What does this return? This returns a route. Okay, so if it can't find the route based on the content, it seems to be trying to like do something dynamic, like let the bot figure out what kind of message is actually being sent through. Which is kind of cool, but I can see that being a little bit of an issue. Blah. Why not? Still ran. It didn't seem to log this out, though. If we're not specific... Oh. That might be it. Hold on. Let's try this. I'm going to kill this. Do we have any more print things? I just noticed this command line. For now, we're not specifically mentioned, which means we have to. I'm thinking we have to ping the bot. I'm thinking that's probably the issue. Let's at FSC, and then we'll do help. Or we can make sure the bot's running first before we do that. Ah, help was hit. All right, cool. So we don't have any commands actually running, but I got help hit, which means that seemed to be the trick. So mentioning the bot is here. However, if we get rid of that, this seems to be the thing that's what's holding us back. Which I'm used to building Discord bots that generally kind of ingest everything and you just process the messages that you're interested in. This seems to have the default template, I guess, that we're building off of seems to have only what am I trying to say? It only runs if you mention the bot as opposed to just running regardless. So help is hit on that instance as well. Some help. I'm wondering if, yeah, that's probably why, because see, like when I build them, I look for very, very specific strings. This is trying to be smart about it, which is not a bad thing, but it's just not something I would personally do. I would say I'd build my bot around, you have to use a command prefix, like in fullstack.chat, the command prefix is !W or !Walter. I think both work, I can't remember. But only if it detects that prefix will it actually try and do something with the message, which is very well could be built around that. I mean, it wouldn't be that complicated to do. Okay, so let's do something kind of fun, I guess. So I want to see if I can respond back to a message. Discord Go reply to user. Discord Go reply to user. So Diamond, who is also in chat right now, has built a no, not on that. Discord Go reply to user. Send private. No, not private message. Let's see if they have some kind of reply function. Anyway, Diamond has built a command for Walter called the dad joke command, which I think if you put !W and then joke or dad joke, it will send out the IcanHasJoke API. It'll call the IcanHasJoke API and try and send a message into the server for kicks. So we might be able to do something similar is what I'm thinking. Documentation. How about reply? No reply. I don't know if I would have to @ the user or what. I guess we don't need to reply. We can just send it to the channel directly. I think that's something we can do. It is IcanHasJoke. IcanHasDadJoke. Here we go. Search jokes. Let's look at the API info. I think it's just called the top level. Yeah, yep. That's just a git command. Go API request. There we go. So let's create a new command. Let's create say joke.go. And we're gonna open up help right next to, see that we'll turn that back on because I don't want to blatantly get all messages or whatever. Help is hit. We don't need that anymore. So we're gonna open up help and joke.go side by side. See if we can build our very first command. So package mux, and we're going to start by func mux. For those of you who don't, I do know at least this. When you use the syntax, this is almost like saying the mux object is where I want this function to be bound to, registered to. Like, So like in object-oriented languages, of which I don't think Go really is, you would create a class, and in our case, we'd create a class called mux, and part of that class, there would be a method or function called help. This accomplishes a very similar thing where you can use m.help, or whatever your specific instance of mux is, and then the star is a pointer to that instance. So if you didn't pass the star, if you passed in m, or like here's a good example. And again, if anyone out there knows better than Go is in chat right now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind at all. When you put a star in front of it, you're basically saying that the variable that I'm passing into this function is a parameter. I want to pass it by reference as opposed to pass a completely new instance of it. And when you pass it by reference, it manipulates the original object as opposed to anything inside the function. If I understand this right, if you don't pass the star, any changes or anything that's done inside of your function don't affect the original instance of that object. So passing it by reference lets us circumvent that, so you can modify the original object you're passing in. Which, if you follow functional programming paradigms, I don't think that's really what they like. I think they like everything to be returned at the end of it, but I don't know. Everyone's got an opinion, I guess. I do like functional programming. I think it has tremendous benefit. Joke, and we'll call this. We're gonna follow the same. I'm just gonna copy the same signature that they have here, and we'll just kind of follow along with what's going on here. All right. Let's save this. We don't have anything else there, so that they Go FMT or Gopals, one of the two, automatically imported my library there. We need that one dependency. Set command prefix to display. No, this is all help stuff. So basically everything inside of here is what we can work with. So, but CTX, here's the response. Let's see how they respond. ds.channel message send, dm.channel ID. Where's dm come into play? DM is the actual message, so yeah, it seems to... We still have the channel ID that's there, and the response is just our text. Okay. Let's just kind of roll through this pretty easily. So I'm going to ds.channel message send. Send. Let's see what other commands we have here, actually. Channel message reply, maybe? Send reply. Maybe that's what we want. dm.channel ID. And then we'll also send this is a jokes. Why not? Put that semicolon afterwards. Oh, no, I don't. Why are you complaining? Too few arguments in call. What are we expecting here? Channel ID, content, reference. DM, maybe? Am I missing something else? Channel ID, content, reference. And it returns an error. Discord go.message reference. I gotta star this too? No, okay, forget it. I'll just send. We will figure that out another time. Okay, so I can have jokes. Let's register our command. Joke. Send a joke. And let's start this up again. It says it couldn't open the connection. Let's try again. I don't know. Network hiccup, perhaps. At FSC joke. Joke. Oh, router.help. Router.joke. There we go. I didn't register. I was still registering router.help. I wasn't registering router.joke. So let's try again. Alright. At FSC test joke. Or joke. All right, now I don't know what's going on. What am I missing? Log.prints, joke hit. Let's try that. Okay, so joke was hit. Then why am I not getting a message? I kind of assumed this would work. Sends a joke. Cannot initialize one variable with... Cannot initialize one variables with two values. That, and we'll say if... No, what do we do? A nil. Not nil. Everything in Go is nil. Or it's not null. It's nil in Go. Okay, so if that's not, then we will log.print. Just our error. I don't really care. I just want to see if it's actually erroring out. There's something getting. I didn't return from it, but maybe I need to. Ooh, unauthorized. Interesting. Why, though? Here, looks like this might be another example. Let's scroll through here and see if maybe we can see what's going on. I saw something in there about unauthorized. Unauthorized. Bot. There is no prefix. And 401 authorized. Token is bot your token. I don't understand that statement. Does it need that bot in front of it? I'm kind of inclined to think no, because it was connecting and it is pulling data in. So without that, that'd be kind of an issue. Channel ID and the message itself. Da, da, da. Well, I don't really know what to do now. Don't have any point of reference to see a working example of this. I mean, it's getting hit. It did not respond, did it? No, because we got the 401 unauthorized. I'm gonna scan through Go. Is there something I'm missing inside of here? Maybe? That is interesting. Let's go to, I want to see what message is. Print MSG. Save that and start again. Message is nil. There's nothing there. Guessing that's because this didn't go through. Well, it's funny when you do this live coding stuff. It's what you absolutely don't expect to be the issue turns out to be an issue. Like, I figured, like, once we were connected, we kind of be golden. It was from there, it was just going to be a matter of trying to figure out exactly how all this gets put together. But we did all that, and we're still running into issues. The question is why? Something in the on message create that I miss, maybe? I'm going to close help.go. It doesn't serve us any purpose right now. This is sometimes the worst part of live coding, is like I'm serious. I'm kind of up against the wall here. Like, I don't know what's going on. So we're finding the route, we're running it. So this is the command here that runs it. Right? I mean, but nothing else. I'm going to go into help, and I'm also going to add that same chunk of code that we've got here, because I imagine we're probably running into the same issue. Because I noted that help didn't work earlier, and it probably has something to do with the fact that 64 minutes late. What's up, Outlaw? How you doing, man? You might have actually come in right at the tail end of the stream, because I'm kind of stuck. I'm not gonna lie. I keep getting these 401 unauthorized errors when trying to run my Discord bot that I'm building in Go. And again, I don't really know why. Yeah, see, that's getting an unauthorized too. There's something in the bot token configuration, maybe, or the bot permissions. Need some help. No, this is usually to join to the server. Gateway bots. Yeah, we were just on the cusp of making a custom command that we were going to drop some jokes using Go into a Discord server. But yeah, I don't know this is gonna work. I don't really know what to do now. Documentation, examples, troubleshooting. Let's see if they have something here. Troubleshooting section of the project wiki. You might be getting a 401 error if you forgot to prefix your bot token with bot. So you do need the bot in there. That's so strange. Oh, you know what? I bet it's going, okay. A guess. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I think when using discord.js to build a Discord bot, I'm assuming that it doesn't need that bot space there because it does it in the back end somehow. This right here, the way that this is structured here, screams to me authentication scheme inside of an HTTP authorization header. And I am guessing that's what's going on. Is whenever it makes API calls, it is probably doing it and adding that bot space in automatically. All right, so now let's try. I like how that was like the first one. I was like, I'm gonna give up, and they're like, no, that's like literally the first mistake. Yeah. Go to show FSC. Let's try help. Ah, we've got help. FSC joke. We have jokes. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. So response error. Let's create that joke bot, and that's gonna be the end of the stream, I think. I don't need the joke because we can prove that the joke hit. What does Discord Go? Yeah. So Outlaw asked, what does Discord Go? Is it like Discord.js but with Go? Yeah, it's kind of exactly that. Format's different. I'm just still trying to get accustomed to Go, so that's what I'm playing around with right now. Okay, so get the actual URL is icanhasdadjoke.com. Again, shout out to Diamond for giving me that because I didn't even know this thing existed until he built something with it. And we need to find out how to add a header because it looks like they need the... I know for a fact we need the JSON, application JSON header, but I also want to get the user agent in there. So let's say go HTTP add header. A header to set client equals new request. This is what we have to do here. I know you have to use a little bit of a different format if you want to add headers, at least from what I've seen. So let's space this out so we know we're splitting this guy up. And let's paste this in here. So that's the URL, that's that. And rec.header.set, we're going to do this twice. And the first one will be content type. It might be accepts. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a weird delay there. So far, is it easier and kind of late? I wouldn't necessarily say easier. It's different. And Go is a very different language to JavaScript, and it's similar in some ways. Like the syntax is kind of similar, but it's also very different in other ways. So I don't want to say it's easier or faster or harder or anything like that. It's just different, and I think the main difference is because of the language. Yeah. Charles, Charles says easier is definitely a relative term. That is for sure. And yeah, Outlaw says it's harder because he doesn't know what he's looking at. And that's kind of the thing. It's like when you look at a new language, something you're not familiar with, like you missed earlier in the stream, when we first started this thing, like they're talking about like this chunk of code right here, this left arrow with the SC in front of it. I literally have no idea what that means. So I'm going to throw this on my list of like, shit to learn because I definitely want to figure that out. Yeah, so, okay, so here's my response. I don't need this anymore. I can get rid of this. That's like kind of the shorthand way of making these calls, but I need to add some headers in here. User agent is the next one I need to add in here, I think. And let's see, what did they ask for? User agent, my library, and then a thing. Like this, user/agent. User/agent, and then we will... They said this is a good thing. Brian dev stream, and why not? Who knows? Maybe someone over there will see it and be interested. youtube.com/youtube.com/Brian Morris and me, because that's my channel. By the way, if you haven't subbed yet, do me a favor, throw that sub up there. I'd really appreciate it. I've got I'm gonna have some new overlays hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Some new goals, some new stuff. Reverse arrow function. Yeah, right. Reverse arrow function. Like, shove the function the other way now this time. I don't know. I honestly have no idea, man. All right, so now that I've got the response, we need to unmarshal it and get the JSON out. So this looks like this is a JSON. So we have ID, joke, and status. I don't really care about ID or status. We'll just get joke. So let's create a struct here. Type joke response struct. And I do remember this. So this is joke. And this is type string. And the way we're going to unmarshal this is JSON, it's just lowercase joke, JSON. I've done enough of this that I know that when I'm building this struct here and throwing this little annotation to the right hand, I'm basically telling the JSON library inside of Go where I want to pull the data from and populate this joke field here, or joke field. Yeah, field. And then I have to also remember how to go unmarshal JSON. Unmarshal JSON to struct. Unmarshal. Let's just copy all this. Hey, someone out there want to give me a heads up. Are you hearing a lot of those, like, the bells, the dings and stuff when I screw up and search for stuff that doesn't exist? Because if you do, I apologize. I don't think I'm forwarding that through. It doesn't seem like it, but I really want to make sure for next time. I have to kind of overdo my setup anyway. Overhaul my setup. Overdo. My setup is very overdone. I'm fully aware of that. Let's see. Joke struct. It's the joke data. I guess we can go data. And where are we doing this to? JSON. No, not hearing the bells at all. Okay, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. Because they're freaking loud on my end. Because I have... Well, I've got... So I've got the music turned down real low, so you get kind of a nice background audio on the stream, but I have my headphones cranked all the way up so I can hear it pretty good. And whenever the Windows bell sounds, it's like bang. It's insane. It hurts. JSON data. I gotta look up how to do JSON go HTTP response to JSON. But I can barely hear your music. Really? Okay, hold on a second. Let's see if we can fix this real quick. I can't. It's okay. It's alright. I probably could turn the music up a little bit, but we'll do that next time. JSON HTTP my client. Okay, well that's good to know. Hold on a sec. We're gonna fix that real quick. And voice meter. How's that? A little better? Let me know if that's too loud. I'll turn it down otherwise. I just basically, my fear with the music is I always think that I'm gonna like overpower my voice with the music because I've kind of done that in the past. All right, get HTTP response from go.get, client.get. Let's subscribers count, not my normal scrolling count. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. That does not look like I've done this before, and that does not look like what I've done before. No, we didn't do no JSON decoder. Much better. Can hear it nicely now. Good levels. Still can't hear it. Okay. Well, it just changed track, so maybe that's why. You know what? Hold on. Templify. I know I just did this. So Templify is a library or a utility that I built a couple of weeks ago to help you basically convert any any GitHub repository into a template for a new project. It pulls down whatever branch you want. You can specify it as a param flag, command line parameter. And what it will do is it will pull a copy of that branch down, unzip it, and create it to the folder of which you specify on your computer, and you have yourself a fresh working copy of code. So what I want to do with this, and this will probably be safe for another stream, is I'm going to expand upon it so this way you'll be able to authenticate against GitHub and pull down private repositories if that's a thing, but also you'll be able to save like favorites. So you can set a gist or maybe add it to the config and yeah, I mean, you know, basically set a favorite. So this way you can, you know, up and down to like pull down what your favorite repository. Say for instance you build APIs or Go project or Discord bots a lot. You can create a package or create a template up in GitHub, and then whenever you want to create a new bot, you just templify the damn thing and it pulls down a new copy. 45-second between delay and popping on screen. How is the... Well, let me know if the level's good now. I can kind of hear it, but I'm not sure if... Okay. Yeah, some people saying they can hear it. Some people say it's okay. I don't know. It's a little bit louder now. Again, I really worry. I can see the levels of audio, and they're starting to creep up to being about the same way. I mean, the thing is, though... Try to bump it up a little bit more. All right, I'm not going any higher than that. Yeah, there's a delay. I don't know why YouTube seems to have a decent amount of delay on it versus Twitch doesn't. I think there are settings and ways to remediate that, but I haven't looked into it yet. All right, enough screwing around with the stream. Let's get back to where we were. Let's see. And then it gets branch name. So here's this. So I've got data, IO read all, response.body. This is everything I'm looking for right here. Let's grab that. Go back in here, and I'm going to paste this, and we're just going to kind of slowly chunk through it. I don't need any of this stuff because we're going to basically have a fresh version of all that. So data is that. Object is going to be that. JSON.unmarshal. Let's save this. And I'm going to get rid of... This has actually got to be colon there. And we will... log.panic. Error. We're not returning anything, but we should have a object.joke where I can send object.joke. Okay, so to give an example of what's going on here, or I guess walk this through. So we're instantiating a new version, a new copy of our client, okay? We're then creating a new request of an HTTP client. It's a GET request. Here's the URL. I don't know what that is. Let's find out what that is. Hover over that. That is a body. So I'm guessing if you want to send a body, if you're creating like a post request, that's where you put that. That's my guess. We got a couple of headers we're setting here. We're setting the content type header to be application/JSON. User agent is going to be my stream because they asked for it. And I like how it's not like client.send, it's client.do. Just do it. Someone took a page out of Nike's book. Just do it. All right, so this is actually going to execute the request, and then we have a response that's going to be given back to us. Finally, we're using ioutil.readAll to basically parse the body into this data object, and I'm guessing this is a byte array? Yeah, that's a byte array. So we have just an array of bytes that we're going to pass into this json.unmarshal, and all this is really doing is it's taking the response body and converting it into an object that we can work with, which is this joke response. And then once that's all parsed out and stuff, we should have the joke field available to us. Let's see here. We got a couple of messages here. Turn all the way up and scream down the mic, fix all the issues. Hey, you know what? Bro, I'm a metalhead at heart, so I got no problem doing that. Don't tempt me. Charles knows. Charles, why don't you go ahead and drop the story about my first day of work at Tomato? I'll say it because it'd be too long. So first day of work, so the Friday before the first day of work, I met the whole team at a summer get-together party, which was pretty cool. The next day, I went to a concert, and first time in the mosh pit, got cracked in the skull, and had a giant black and blue eye, and that was my first day at work. That following Monday, like the whole side of my face was all black and blue. it's good shit. I miss those days. Anyway, let's go ahead and when I say I miss those days, that means I miss going to concerts because, you know, can't do that these days. All right, so our bot's running, and let's see if we can actually get a joke. See bot jokes. Nope, jokes. Okay, something crashed. What crashed here? Invalid character beginning of value. Interesting. Res.body. Let's actually create... I'm going to send this request manually. Let's see. Test.htp. And we're going to get... copy all this over. Let's see. Client must be confused. What am I doing? I'm not sure I get that, Outlaw. No, not a mosh pit at work. I went to a mosh pit 2 days before my first day at work. Let's see. Joke. Fucking has joke. And user agents equals something. And let's see. Content type is going to be application JSON. Save that. Let's just send this. See what we get. Oh, okay, so this is getting us the HTTP. Is it? Maybe it's accepts. Did I just breeze through that? I probably did, as one does. Accept, not content type. Accept. This is why reading documentation is important, stupid Brian. All right, joke.go. Moment of truth. Let's try one more time. Kill the bot. Start her up. Ah, yes, the good old beer fridge. I used to love the beer fridge. I don't drink too much these days anymore because alcohol gives me a headache. Man, something broke again. Invalid character. Stupid. Oh my goodness. Again, stupid Brian. I changed, not the user agent changed. I need to change the content type to accept, not the user agent. Let's run this again. Outlaw, it was, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of the band Static X, but they were my favorite band in high school. And the main singer died a couple of years ago? 2014. God, 7 years ago. It's hard to believe. I think he died in 2014. And, yeah, so they reunited with the lead singer. Well, it's kind of a weird situation. I don't think they really reunited. I think the guy came on as like a guest singer, quote unquote. They did a hell of a job. Edsel Dope from the band Dope was the lead singer, and it was a fantastic show. It was great. Ah! I have a joke. What do you call a duck that gets all A's? A wise cracker. Quacker. A wise quacker. I can't even say the damn joke the right way. Ah, this is cool. This was fun. All right. Yeah, Static X. Good music. Look into it. It's kind of a hybrid between industrial metal, techno, and traditional metal. And Dope is a little more new metal-ish. I'd recommend both bands. They're both excellent if you're into that kind of music. They had a dude, I am all about mosh pits. That's my favorite, you know, I don't know how to describe it. If I usually once a year for like the longest time, I would take like a weekend and go to a metal festival and just get the shit beat out of me. And then come back and basically be, you know, on my ass for the next week. It was great. And I haven't been able to do that for a long time because I didn't go in 2000. I went to the Static X concert in 2019. That was fun. And I was planning on going to another one later that year, but I decided not to. No, I was going to go to AWS reInvent later that year, but my third son was born and I couldn't leave. didn't want to mean, not couldn't because no one would, someone would let me go. And then 2020, I mean, obviously you know what happened to 2020. Okay, so let's get a repo. I'm going to first off get rid of my token here before we push this repo up. Token. And before I even go any further, let's recycle those tokens. Regenerate. Yep, generate my token. Okay. Security. Security. All right. Let's close this out. And for reference, I'm going to post all this up into GitHub, so let's create a new repository. New repository. And what do we want to name this? 2021/22, I think, is the name of this stream and my stuff. Discord bot with Go. All right. We have a repository. Git init, git remote, add origin, paste that, git add period, git commit, initial commit, and finally git push set upstream, remote origin. Huh? Origin main. Not remote origin. Outlook. Jeez, the work's still on my mind. Kind of music range from Volbeat, Five Finger, Lamb of God, Parkway. Okay, you and I should really talk music in the Discord, because me of late, let's see, what do I listen to when I go to the gym? My three main picks when I go to the gym on lunch, which is what I do for my lunch, is either I'll do Devil Driver, I'll do Upon a Burning Body, and then sometimes I'll sprinkle in Rise Against. So we seem to have very similar interests in music. Pretty big fan of older Five Finger. Newer stuff doesn't do so much to me anymore. Failed to push. Why do we fail to push? Set that. Press the button. Pressing the button works. Which framework are you using? Discord Go is what we're using, VG. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We're using Golang, and we're using Discord Go. First bot built in Discord. I've never done this before. Still in the early process of learning Discord, learning Go, but it's been fun. Alrighty, well, it is 10 o'clock my time, so I will be wrapping up. I appreciate you all stopping by. As always, new schedule is going to start being on Wednesdays at about 8:30. Might sprinkle in an extra day here and there. I don't really know. I don't have anything really set in stone, but I also apologize for lack of videos over the last 2 weeks. Like I said, life's just been totally nuts, so I haven't had a chance to do anything. New videos should be coming out next week. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to do some Netlify authentication using Netlify. Netlify, stupid. Using Netlify identity and continuing on the whole Netlify serverless, path we've been going on lately. If you're interested in connecting with me, at BrianMMDev on Twitter, fullstack.chat is my Discord. We got a bunch of devs in there. They, we all talk, we all help, we all BS about life. We have a community project going on. So if you know any new and up and coming devs, which is primarily what I'm trying to focus this for, is getting new developers experience with working on a team, with working with new technologies. We're building an application that integrates with YouTube. That's all I'll say right now. All the details are in the Discord, but it integrates with YouTube. It's built with React and Netlify as the backend. We got some cool stuff we're working on, so join up that. Fullstack.chat, put it in your browser. Otherwise, I am out. I've got some new stuff coming out next week, and I said that already, and I have a tendency of repeating myself. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.